My name is Cathy Skinner, and I'm the CEO of The Art of Well, and I'm based in St. Paul, Minnesota. My specialty is called cancer exercise. I work in this field as a means of helping cancer patients get their bodies back during treatment and post-treatment through physical activity that builds muscle mass, bone density, and energy. I was inspired to pursue my specialty because of my own father's diagnosis with cancer. Sadly, he passed away over 20 years ago, and so he's been the reason that I work with cancer patients face-to-face and moved into this unique area of cancer exercise. I've had the privilege of working with all kinds of patients with a variety of cancer diagnosis. For patients who are diagnosed with liver cancer, there's a unique opportunity to work with them to help them manage pain, manage fatigue, and to find some pathway back to what seems to be the new normal. We acknowledge that being diagnosed with liver cancer or liver disease is very difficult. You might have an interest in being inactive because you're tired, because you're depressed, because you're facing challenges, and we understand that. But what I would encourage you to do is avoid inactivity. By avoiding inactivity, you can mitigate depression, you can mitigate poor digestion, you can mitigate issues and challenges with sleep. You can also mitigate having a negative mood or a negative outlook. And it helps bring a community of support if you can get out and start moving with people who understand what you're going through and can support you. So I encourage you, as best you can, avoid inactivity. So exercise or any kind of movement helps with liver function because it allows your liver an opportunity to be infused with blood and oxygen. We think of the liver as the street sweeper of the body. And by moving and bringing blood and oxygen and physical activity into your organs, it allows the liver to function at its highest level. The specific benefits of exercise, for example, are building muscle mass. So by doing strength training, the muscles respond and are able to stabilize around the joints that enable you to do even more. Stress is an integral part of the cancer diagnosis. It's an overwhelming diagnosis. Physical activity, moving, walking, swimming, cycling, lifting weights, allows the stress to dissipate and not be held so tightly within the body. On a hormone level, cortisol, a stress hormone, is dissipated when a person moves. By moving even a little bit, going outside, looking at nature, seeing the sky, getting a fresh perspective on some of the challenges enables you and your loved ones to get a different perspective on what can life look like now and what are the choices and the options you have moving forward. It also helps with sleep. So by bringing energy into your day, by moving your body, being tired at night will allow you to sleep more soundly and through the entire night, which can often be a problem when living with a cancer diagnosis. So it seems wildly counterintuitive that exercise would decrease fatigue. You think, oh, moving? I should move? I'm too tired to move. Moving actually boosts your energy. And by moving even just a little bit and having a little more energy, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. A little movement leads to more energy. A little energy leads to more movement. And it changes the whole perspective on fatigue. One of the challenges of going through a cancer diagnosis, especially liver cancer, is that it impacts the appetite. And so perhaps you don't feel like eating, perhaps nothing really sounds good. By being active physically, you're utilizing energy stores, and those energy stores are going to want to be replenished. And so Physical activity can lead to an increase in appetite. Perhaps you need to eat smaller meals more frequently. Have a little snack before you go for your walk, and when you return, have a little snack there as well. Try to keep the energy levels consistent, and that's going to require fueling before and after physical activity. Exercise can improve digestion because moving the body moves the gut, moves everything that you've consumed today and the day before through the digestive system. So be sure to drink a lot of fluids, because the fluids, along with your physical activity, is gonna get your gut moving. For liver cancer patients, I recommend activities that allow you to feel good in your own skin. So some people don't like the word exercise. They've never been an exerciser. But what I would encourage you to do is think about, how do you want to move? Could you park your car a little further away from the grocery store and get in a few more steps? Could you get a wearable and allow that to help you set your goals? One of the most important things in terms of cancer and exercise is find the time of the day where you have the most energy and plan ahead. Set aside 20 minutes to do a YouTube video where you're going to do yoga for people with liver disease. Set aside 20 minutes to walk around that lake. Maybe walk your neighbor's dog. When you have liver cancer or liver disease, thinking about moving, thinking about exercise can be very challenging. I encourage you to think about, what are gentle movements? Even simple exercises such as stretching through your upper body, maybe flexing your feet and rolling your ankles around, maybe stretching through your back. Those simple exercises can awaken your body to things that feel good and help you see the possibilities of what might be out there. And again, start gently. Don't do too much initially, because you don't want to incur an injury or get discouraged by having too many sore muscles. From my perspective as a cancer exercise specialist, building muscle mass is the gateway to being more active and having more options in your life. There are great ways to get started with gentle exercises that can evolve into more moderate level exercises. So some of my favorite gentle exercises ask that you sit in a chair and take water bottles in your hands and move them up and down like they're hand weights, or have resistance bands and move them in and out. And there are a lot of exercise videos on YouTube. You can speak to your physical therapist, maybe your nurse navigator, maybe your friend who goes to the gym all the time. Swimming is very gentle, cycling is very gentle. And I would encourage patients to think about how to get started in those gentle ways, because you'll build energy and enthusiasm for what's next, and then you can move into more rigorous or moderate level physical activity. Once you get an exercise routine established through gentle movement, moving to the next level of moderate exercise can open up your world. Think about, you've built some endurance, you've built some muscle mass, you've built some flexibility, some joint stability. So now what's next? Moderate exercise might look like a bike ride for 10 miles. Moderate exercise might look like that hike that you've always wanted to do in that special canyon. When you're thinking about adding exercise to your daily routine, it's gotta become a habit. So think about things in your life that you do on a daily basis. Would it make sense to wake up in the morning and do a few simple stretches in your living room before you get your cup of coffee? Would it make sense to go buy your newspaper at a local kiosk where you have to walk a couple blocks to pick it up rather than having it delivered to your doorstep? Could you listen to a podcast and then go for a walk while you're listening to that exciting episode. So build that into your daily habits because it's going to be the best way for you to see the outcomes and the improvements over time. Forming a consistent pattern will yield the greatest benefits. You'll be able to see how moving leads to greater energy. Maybe you'll get to see how you're building muscle mass. You'll start to see changes in your appetite, improvement in digestion, improvement in your sleep. And those things come over time as you build consistency into physical activity. Invite a buddy to hold you accountable so you're getting together Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Because as you start to build consistently, day over day, week over week, then you'll start to see the benefits of your efforts. And again, start gently, start slow, hang out with someone that you actually want to see a lot of because they'll help you stay consistent. And they'll feel like they're supporting you as well. It's a great opportunity to open up your community because often when a person's diagnosed with cancer, people want to help you. But how to help is often a big question mark. Having several walking buddies or someone who's a bike riding buddy, someone who's going to help you prepare meals, you allow those people in your life to feel like they're needed and that they're supporting you in ways that they so desperately want to in the first place. Think about what would it mean for your loved ones to feel like they were contributing to your recovery by joining you in a journey around physical activity. Having a buddy, having friends and family, they provide support. They help you get outside of your own head and hear from others and learn about what's going on in their lives to even offer some moments of distraction. So you can take your focus off what you're going through, as challenging as it may be, and listen and enjoy and think about what's going on in the world around you. Even if it's a beautiful walk in nature, looking at a river, looking at the ocean, looking at some trees to gain some perspective, some peace, and some calm. Talking about exercise means we also have to talk about motivation. What is your why? Why would you want to move? And if you haven't been an exerciser for most of your life, I think it's going to be pretty challenging, but you're not alone. I would encourage you to talk to friends or family members that are active exercisers and ask them, why do they do it? What are their benefits? And in that conversation, ask yourself, could you receive some of those benefits as well? Coming down to your core values, what do you want to accomplish in this phase of your life and in the future of your life? And how do you want to move forward on your own terms, with your own capacity? So I think about exercise as small wins. And then can you get to the end of your day and reflect back? It's like, you know what? I did get up every 20 minutes. I did go for a walk. I did do some small stretches, and I feel good about that. So those small wins, those incremental wins over time can lead to a sense of success and a sense of accomplishment.